Welcome to episode 14 of the Road to 2200 Rapid series. Our current rating is 2013, and let's start off with a beautiful Dutch defense against our 2084 rated opponent. So, let's see how our opponent decides to respond to our Dutch defense. We have c4, we're going to respond with knight f6, and the Dutch defense is truly a beautiful system to play against d4. And I'm going for the Leningrad kind of setup of the Dutch. There's also other things like the classical, and there's all sorts of things you can go into. But for this game, I'm going to play the Leningrad. It is my favorite type of the Dutch, and so that is what we're playing. And yeah, let's continue. Common ideas are queen e8 and knight c6 to try and push for this e5 square. Could try and jump into e4 here actually with our knight. That's always quite a nice idea, but I don't think at the moment that's completely the right thing to do. Instead, I'm going to try and focus on getting e5 on the board and hopefully getting that, which would be very, very nice. So rook e1 is now played. We have a few options. I mean, e5 straight away could certainly be cool. c6 is also another thing I'm thinking about playing. Reason being, c6 does combat this bishop quite nicely, and after this, I mean, against e4 itself, I think after this, if I'm thinking properly, like, take, bishop f5 looks really nice. Your rook has to go back, and I think, yeah, we're also opening up our rook, by the way, which does look really, really cool. We trade their good knight in the center of the board, and as you guys can see here, now we have two really, really strong bishops, which could be really, really helpful for us in the future. Could bring our knight here and then over here. Could maybe try and reroute this queen somewhere, but I really want to get this move on the board. So I think knight d7 looks logical. First of all, it will help support e5 in the future if we want to do that. Also, I mean, okay, so now they're actually attacking this. So bishop f6 looks like an idea. Could be to just try and trade these off. But I do like our bishop more than I do theirs, so I'm going to try and keep it on the board. If I was to go for e5, it is not really possible because then this would hang. e6 is not really great. I mean, e6 could be played. I'd rather not play it, though. So, really, bishop f6 or knight f6. It's one of the two. I could go for knight f6, or I could just go for bishop f6 and then just trade. In which case, I still have this strong bishop, which could help. Or I could try and go for knight f6 instead. If I was to go knight f6, let's play something like this, for example. Then I can always jump in the middle. Yeah, okay, I'm going to go for knight f6. I think I really want to keep this bishop on the board, as it does look really, really nice. And I think it would be a good thing to keep on the board. And so, yeah, amazing. We're keeping this bishop on the board. I'm going to go for knight f6 instead. We always have an option to maybe jump into e4 in the future. We can always reroute our queen and try and get certain attacks on here, because this is really, really solid. This kind of pawn structure here can even play d5 later on if we really want to, but I don't want to create a backwards e-pawn. A backwards e-pawn basically means that there's no other pawn ready to support it from going forward, basically. So if I was to play d5, then there would be nothing supporting this as well, in terms of pawns. So they're playing this. I mean, knights on the rim are dim, but not in this case, that is. This doesn't work. Could drop... probably just drop here. Don't see the issue with going to bishop to d7. Now I feel like their knight could be a little bit misplaced on this side of the board. h6 now could be a helpful thing to play. Get rid of this annoying bishop here. Bear in mind our opponent is 2084. They obviously know what they're doing. So that is nice as well. So let's see where they go. If they have to go here. I mean, I don't know. I mean, could see anything. So rook b1 on the board. Obviously, this is not possible because of this, but I am thinking of this move h6. If we were to go for h6 and they were to like drop back somewhere, then could just straight up push again. In which case, they would have to go like here again. Or I could just try and jump into e4. I don't know, I can't do that. What am I saying? h6 looks reasonable. Try and get this. This is fully defended as well. If they, okay, they trade, fine. I could take here now. That looks pretty nice. Reason being now, if you take this, then you're kind of wrecking your pawn structure a bit. And I mean, queen f7 could also be on the way. Could be very, very nice. I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually just going to take this. Because this is defended, right? I don't see any real issue with that. Queen f7 can now be played. I'm kind of playing at like bullet pace for this. This is kind of crazy. I'm going to go queen f7, followed up by something like rook e8, and not d5 because then there could be certain issues. But maybe just this and then this as well could be very, very solid. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, no, I didn't have this because of this. But maybe this could be an idea for the future. But I am pretty happy with our position here in the Dutch. And I hope you guys are enjoying this lovely Dutch defense. If you are enjoying the video so far, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers, and I'd really, really appreciate if you were to hit that subscribe button. And yeah, so also leave a comment. And we're now here. I mean, if we take this, then it's going to go into more of a draw. So I can't quite take there, but if I was to go here, there to go here. Then what could I do? I mean, their only real move is bishop e4. But maybe I should go like here with my king. Maybe not though. Maybe I should go rook e8. I feel like that could be a good idea as well. Although I kind of want to keep this defended somehow. Like, I've got to think about this methodically, right? How I feel after saying methodically. Let's see. Maybe king here gets our king on a nice light square could help. Sorry, dark square away from this dark square, light square bishop. Look, I'm getting my colors inverted right now, but point is, now this would allow us to capture on f2 because this is no longer undefended. Rook e8 certainly looks like a move I will want to play in the future. Reason being, okay, so they are trying to go for this, which makes sense. But if I was to capture here, then they could capture here as well. But after that, I would just play this. And anyway, let's go rook e8. Rook e8 looks perfectly reasonable. If they're to go like here, for example, bishop f5 maybe could be an option. Although if they were to go here, now I wouldn't be too scared to play this move. Okay, so they're lapping around that way, fair enough. Now if we go here, they block. What happens if we trade, then take? No, because it's mate. Okay, so we do need to be relatively careful here. This doesn't look too dangerous because we have this move g5 as a counter. Although I would like to maybe get some more defense on this. Perhaps that could help us. This doesn't look too good because then there could always be these kinds of things. So I've got to play some sort of an improving move. This does not improve our position though. That's a little less. No, I wouldn't be too. Although, I mean, maybe. Nah, maybe not. Because obviously I can't take here. If I was to play a move such as this, try and trade queens, would this be winning for me? I think it would help, because, although, yeah, I think, if I was to go here, then trade bishops. If I was to go here, trade bishops, get bishops off the board, first of all. Then if I was to try and get queens off the board, take, rook here. Rook here. Push. Maybe it'd be better to try and get queens off the board straight away. Because at least in this variation, their bishop is still in the way of this rook. So it basically gives us an extra move to add reinforcements. If you guys could see what I mean there. Basically meaning, otherwise had I gone for bishop here first, then... Oh wait, okay, it's my move. Oh, have I missed that move? That's kind of clever, actually. That's a good move. That is a nice move from my opponent, actually. Really, really nice move. Totally not one that I was thinking of. I suppose I'll go ahead and capture on f2. Doesn't look great now, that's for sure. Okay, so they capture here. If I was to go here, then there's all sorts of nasty stuff. If I was to go here, then this is bad. If I go here, does he have any sort of straight... I mean, they have just this. And that is absolutely crushing. Oh, wow. Okay. Don't know, really. I mean, guess I'll go here. Probably just going to take or something. Unfortunately, I think this is looking like it's going to be a bit of a loss, unfortunately. But anyway, I'm going to go here. I'm not going to give up just yet. I'm going to add pressure. I'll always add pressure. If we go here, there is just this, which doesn't look great. If I was to go here, then again, there is this move as we mentioned before. So I'm going to try and go here. They probably just have here, which doesn't look great. So I'll just have to sack the queen. By the way, if you guys want to check the next game, look in the timestamps. There will be game 2 just there. Let's see if we are. Although I might not give up just yet. Although this doesn't even work either. Don't know what to do really. You know, let's resign. Next game. Unfortunately, we did go ahead and lose that game, but now we've got the white pieces. So e4, c4. I mean, I play both. Let's go for e4 in this game. Okay, the Pitts defense or the Perk defense. I think it's pronounced either way. I don't really know. Let's go knight c3. I suppose the idea is just to try and. I'm just gonna go for this isn't. What is this called again? I don't even know. I'm going to go for knight f3. Looks relatively normal. Oh, wow, okay. Bit of a blunder from me there. Was not expecting that. Silly me. Let's go for queen d3. Looks alright. Maybe bishop d2 instead, actually. Then they trade. Nah, let's go for queen d3. Immediately threaten this. I mean, bishop d2 did as well, because then this pin would be undone, but then they could just take my bishop. So I'm going to go for this. I don't really want to trade queens. Instead, I'm going to actually use this to open up my b file, maybe for later on. I'm going to try and go bishop b2, castle our king. And my one kind of justification of this position is, well, I've got more pieces out than my opponent. But I'm not sure how good that will be for us. So I could go for g3 in this, although I don't know what that's running into at all. So I'm going to go for bishop e2. Then I'm going to castle our king. Try and get up here. We're going to short castle. Then if they castle, could go for this. Try and open all sorts of things up. Perhaps that could be an option. Certainly doesn't look too bad. Think this could be a choice, perhaps. Always good to. I'm trying to rattle off these moves a bit, by the way. If you have probably noticed. I'm just thinking perhaps this could be an option. Because then they got to move. Then I have this. Hang on a minute. Do I actually have this? I think I may actually have knight takes f7. I mean, if you take back, there's this. I mean, g6 doesn't work because of the queen. So knight takes f7, bishop h6. We've calculated king here. What about king here? Then I just go here. And that is looking very, very strong. So knight takes f7, it is. So, first of all, they could just like move their rook or something. If they were to do that, then, oh, okay, we're having some fun now. We are having some real fun. We are having some awesome fun. Because queen g6 looks really, really strong. It does look really, really strong. I hope I'm not blundering anything, but queen g6. And I think, how are you stopping this? Unless I'm really missing something here, I think we've won this game. Wow, what a beautiful sacrifice knight takes f7 was. A really, really good bounce back from that first game. I'm very, very glad. I mean, it's already been 13 moves somehow, but that is a beautiful sacrifice. Also, had they gone to, like, here, then I would have still played queen here with the threat of then going here. Then their only move is king h7, and then bishop g6 is a beautiful checkmate. So, and our opponent resigns, and let's just quickly check if that is a forced mate. It is a forced mate in 2, and even from this position here, after they take, it is a forced mate in 5 at the very, very minimum for white. So that is really, really good. As we calculated as well, I mean, had they just moved their rook somewhere, it's perfectly fine. Bishop h5 is precisely what we said. So that is really, really good. A beautiful game there to finish off the video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe. Our rating is now 2014, and yeah. I really hope you enjoyed, and see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.